Guys, we went to Chicago. So, I spent the weekend in Chicago, and it probably has to be one of the best cities that I've been to. And that's me sitting on the floor because I constantly forget my charger. After I landed, I went to pick up my rental car, and then I went to the hotel. I stayed at 21st C Museum Hotel, I think that's what it's called. This place was so big, and moment of silence for this picture, and they had this really creepy random room that was on the side. But yeah, so I got dressed. Every floor of the hotel was different wallpaper, and I went to J and J's Fish and Chicken just because it was kind of late when my flight landed, so I was actually pretty hungry, and then I just went here. I asked for a Chicago style hot dog. That's not an actual Chicago hot dog, but I guess I'll have to withstand it. And then I also got like a double stacked cheeseburger. But after that, I walked around to the Chicago River Walk because I booked a boat tour for the architectural, whatever it's called, like river thing, and I missed the tour. After that, I did a little bit of erroneous activities, and then I went to the casino at 3 a.m. And then the next day, I started making my way to the Taste of Chicago because that's the main reason why I came to Chicago.
Taste of Chicago. In Chicago.
So I only wanted to eat food while I was in Chicago, and that was my whole entire point. I went to Chicago to eat, and that's exactly what I did. The Taste of Chicago was nice, but I don't think it really kind of gave the whole actually from Chicago type of vibe. So I did end up going to the places that I did want to visit, and majority of them I am eating in the car because they're just it just wasn't a type of place where you get out and sit in there and eat. Most of the places didn't even have a table. So I am sitting and eating in the rental, which is okay. So this is me walking around the Taste of Chicago. And as you can see, it was so many places. It was so big with so many people. I went to the Millennial Garden. I think this one's called Millennial Minimum. I don't know, something garden, and it was nice. I tried to see the bean, but it was so many people there, so I couldn't even function. And I kept putting my hand up. I have sunglasses on top of my head, so not really too sure why I was doing that either. And then I'm on my way to the south side because that's where all the good food is. And I ate at Lem's, which was the number one place that I wanted to visit. And it is in the south side of Chicago. So this is what it looked like. I
Oh
got the
wait,
JBL
so
special.
I'm gonna try
Bye.
lambs. Look. Look,
And you
look,
guys know that,
look
camera
at
always eats
this.
first.
I got rib tips JBL special. I ain't even about to keep fronting with y'all at all. I wish it would have came with a fork.
And I obviously had an all white. So that's what that is. A little bit after, I did some chilling. And then I went to Harold's, which again, can't eat inside. So you
I'm
can see
waiting
it
for
right
my
there. It's not
Harold's
even a table
chicken,
in there.
and I went to the Two Blue Food grocery store. So I got barbecue sauce on my food. But yeah, still in Chicago. About to get my food. Now we're at Harold's, and I just ate some lems like 40 minutes ago, but who cares? I got my Harold's.
Worst come to worst, nigga, I need a gun. I'm going up in the window.
Okay, you're rolling. Whew. I had to put my little smock back on because yeah. Oh my god. I got Six Peaks wing with salt, pepper, mild sauce. Fry hard. I had Harold's in Atlanta. Wasn't as good. This one's banging.
And like I said, I had Harold's in Atlanta and it just wasn't the same. So I toured the south side of Chicago for a little bit, and then I got some Italian fiesta pizza. I got this shrimp and sausage pizza. I literally have been having dreams about this pizza since I've left. It is so good, but by that point I was pretty full just because I was like, all right, I ate a little bit of Lambs. All right, I got some Harold's. Okay, erroneous activity. And then I got hungry again. So then I went back to the city because it was so cold in Chicago. Like I couldn't take it. I don't know what I packed, but I changed out of my dress, put on some pants, and I went to Target to see if I can find a different outfit just because I was so cold. I ended up getting a hoodie, I think it was, just because the jean selection just wasn't it. But yeah, I changed my clothes because it was so cold. I'm talking like 30 degrees in Chicago, and I went probably like a month ago, so prepare for that. I went to Goose Island for some fried shrimp because I heard that it was amazing there. And when I tell you that they were amazing, it was amazing. So again, couldn't eat inside. I don't understand why all the good food places are like in the south side of Chicago, and I'm air quoting that because it's like, okay, south side of Chicago, okay, whatever. But from watching Shameless, apparently you're not supposed to eat inside of places. But anyway, it was so good. But a lot of eating in the car just because there was no tables at a lot of places. Then I got Mario's Italian lemonade just because I was across the street waiting for my Al's Italian beef. And I could have sworn I had this one beef sandwich that was like a sharp provolone. I think it had like petroni peppers, however you pronounce it. And I could have sworn it came from Al's when, someone brought it to me, but it just wasn't it. When I got my food, I don't know if I just ordered it wrong, but it wasn't on my top favorite of my Chicago food tour that I just went on. Here's me eating the water ice. It is like made with like lemons and lemonade. It was really good. Next time around, I would only get the dragon fruit because I did not like the cherry. Tasted more like watermelon, and I don't really like watermelon flavored things. And they literally packed the sandwich like it was a freaking present. I had to open it for like 10 minutes straight. But yeah, my food in the Taste of Chicago went really nice, and I mostly just did mostly local stuff, walked around, saw the city, did the architect, drove around, ate food. I went to Navy Pier later on that night. I think it was actually the next day I went to Navy Pier. It was so pretty, and for like a whole hour I was not recording, which I do that more than I love to admit. I would just start my camera, but look at that skyline of the city. Here's the hoodie I bought just because, cold. But yeah, this is Navy Pier at night. It was absolutely beautiful. I want to take my nephew there, and there's the Ferris wheel. And I was so hesitant to record certain things just because I didn't want it to seem like I was just like, in the way. But it was very pretty. Like, look at this skyline. This is like every night that the people in Chicago get to see this. And I'm definitely going back. And then can I just also have like a special shout out to everybody who has been following my YouTube? I am so appreciative. And then I went to go see the Beam at 2:30 in the morning. But I'm going to go to Dominican Republic soon, so be on the lookout for that vlog. But Chicago was absolutely beautiful, and if you scroll down a couple videos, you can see all the outfits I wore in Chicago, even if it was super cold. And then after that, I pretty much wrapped up my whole entire trip. But next stop, DR, and I just want to thank you guys, and I love you. Okay, bye.